What's going on? Welcome to the channel and thank you so much for taking your own time out to check out this video. Now, I'm not in my normal setup. I don't know if this microphone is completely working at this point. I think it might be broke, but I'm going to try record it so hopefully the audio sounds okay. If not, I'm going to have to tamper with it in the editing software, but I don't know if that will work. Anyway, I just got back from the cinema of seeing Godzilla x Kong: The New Empire, once again directed by Adam Wingard, who did the previous Godzilla vs. Kong. And this one has our human characters returning, like Dan Stevens, Tyree Henry, Rebecca Hall, and so many others. And I can't really tell you the plot of this one because if I do, and you've not seen the trailers, it would kind of spoil what this movie is about. But I'm just going to say this. This is a bigger movie than Godzilla vs. Kong. So going into this one, I saw the trailer and I thought, this looks like just like a big bloated CGI battle, dumb fun, right? Now, I did see Godzilla -1, like many people, and I just took that movie for what it is because I know it's not part of this monster universe, and I know that one is at least more of a serious, grounded take on Godzilla, whereas these movies have been just crazy, rambunctious, and over the top, and this one is absolutely no different. So this movie, overall, if I was to sum it up, is in two parts. The first part is human characters that we all don't care about at this point. They are still in here, and in this one, you still don't really care about them, right? Tyree Henry and Dan Stevens kind of, buddy, friendship that they have, is pretty good. There was a couple of chuckles here or there. I think that they worked well as a team. Rebecca Hall and the girl, they were still fine, but I think Tyree Henry and Dan Stevens stole the show for me. So the human characters, I didn't really care about it, I'll be honest. There was a couple of parts where they do get this expositions. They are basically there to tell us what's going on or to push the narrative forward to get to point A to point B. That's pure and simple what they're here for. However, when we get the monster battles, which is what we all came to see and which we all basically paid our admissions for going into this movie, you're going to get plenty of them, especially in the first half of the movie. Then you have like a lot of human exposition scenes in the second half, and then the third and final act is just all out chaos. It felt like I was watching a tornado tag team no holds barred match in that act. And when the monster battles happen, it is crazy, it is loud, it's explosive, over the top, and just amplified in magnitude about 100 times more than Godzilla vs. Kong. And if you are wanting that in this movie, you're going to get that. I also really like the fact that the first kind of 15-20 minutes focused mainly on Kong, and when it focused on Kong in that time, there was no humans, and the story itself was actually pretty good. It was simple to follow, but also it's just entertaining to follow also. And then of course you have the human characters, and I think this is what ultimately lets this movie down, which isn't really any surprise. Don't get me wrong, I didn't come into this movie to expect a great human narrative. I would still like more character development and actually characters that I can actually care and root about, whereas these human characters really, in essence, I don't care. I really wish that Godzilla or Kong would tear them apart, or one of the villains, whatever. I really, really wish they did. And I think this movie also sets a brand new record. And you might be wondering, Michael, what record does this movie set? I think it's the movie that goes to the most locations ever in less than 2 hours. I mean, this was jumping all over the place to be like, oh yeah, 1 minute there, 1 minute here, 1 minute there. And this just kept going on and on and on, nearly 2 hours. And I was like, can we not just stay still in one place right now? And I was just like, why? It just seems like there's just so much going on, and there's so much thrown at you throughout the duration, which is a good and a bad thing, I guess. Sometimes it can feel a little bit jarring, but also sometimes I feel like it might kind of accompany that in a second viewing, so you can absorb more and take more in, which I think is ultimately the purpose of this, because they've already put this on pre-order for a steelbook and also 4K Blu-ray, all that kind of stuff. So because they've got done pre-order already, they know that this is going to be successful. They know it's going to make a ton of money, especially as I'm recording this review. It is currently the kids' school break here in the UK. So parents and grandparents are going to take their kids I think, the adults who love this MonsterVerse are going to love this movie. I think the grandparents who don't really care will probably be entertained to some extent. But ultimately, it's taking like kids or grandkids to see this, and I think that they'll enjoy it. Ultimately, what I'll say, guys, is this is just a fun time, right? This is ultimately a fun time with a little bit of pacing issues in the second half with the humans. But if you can get over that hurdle, then you're in for a absolute monster fest. That's all I'll say. So my overall score for Godzilla X Kong: The New Empire is a 3 out of 5. Have you seen this movie? Are you going to check it out? Let me know down below in the comment section so we can continue discussion down there. If you've enjoyed this review, certainly give it a thumbs up. Feel free to subscribe to the channel if you already haven't. A big thanks to all my awesome patrons who help to really support the channel. Really appreciate the support. And if you want to join Patreon and get access to early videos, click the link down below in the link tree. You can join for £2 per month. If you haven't already, click over here to see more content of mine you may have missed. And until next time, I'll see you guys. I'll be seeing you later.